So what do you have there, Paul?
I have an original Dave Loo Gecko Blaster. From what I was told, it was a gun that Dave Loo wanted to make. Basically, it's a comp that cocks from the top, has BBA. It's a full body and barrel gun. They actually didn't produce it. They only ended up making a few different length prototypes. And as far as I know, there's 4. They say one burned in Hawaii. The other one, Rodney Neal has. And the other 2 are in a box in Carter's shop. And one day when I was there, I offered to buy one of them. And this is one of them. And I took it and I reworked it because it was in pieces. Some of it wasn't even finished yet. But he did have a lot of the major stuff. The only thing that's not original that wasn't in the box from that time were the internals. And he made the internals for this gun because they are a little bit different than what you see in a comp. And so I built this one, got this one working. This gun, I did sell it one time to Steve Short in Colorado. He since then sold it back to me. I went back to Aaron with him and I asked him, what do you think if we remade these guns again with an unscrewable barrel and just make them and see if people will buy them? Well, he ended up making 3 for me, and they're out floating around. I don't own them anymore. I sold them to various people. But there are 3 new ones, and there's 3 old ones that exist. The other one that I got a hold of later, I did a matte clear ano on, and it looks identical to this. It's really beautiful as well. The only difference between the old ones and the new ones are Aaron did make the newer ones a little bit bigger all the way around. So they're a little bit bigger. He also made one that's about this much longer. But they are really unique guns. They shoot really, really well. It's just like a comp, like I said, but it has the full pump body, which I like. I like to have this much room on the pump. It's actually pretty comfortable in different situations. You know, it is pretty tight. But yeah, I have played with this. You know, there is no D10 in it, so you have to do the fishing string D10, or some people put super glue in them or nail polish, but that was the old way of D10ing these guns. This has the lock-on body that you unscrew these and that the body will actually slide off and it'll look more like a comp. You'll actually see the tube there, but it's just a shroud that holds the feed tube on there. And of course, everything always came with Packmere grips back then. That was like their go-to grip. Really comfortable, both hand grip. But I just wanted to share with you today what the original, with the millet sights, the original Gecko Blaster, what one really looks like up close, and how neat they really are. I wish these came out in production. It'd be neat to see a bunch of different kinds of them. But this is probably the cleanest one that there is. Aaron told me that Rodney got one of them from him that was actually somewhat built, and he just kind of put it together. So it's not all anodized like this and pretty. His is just kind of pieced together, but his is a real one too. So the Gecko Blaster.
So what's the collar on the front of the body?
This basically just holds this body sled to not go forward. So this piece was just put on here with set screws. And then these guys here lock it down in the back, and so it doesn't slide back and forth. If I were to unscrew this screw here, the whole pump will come off, and then once that's free, you can undo these here, and the back will come off.
It's a unibody, right? The body is one piece.
This gun. That's why I wanted Aaron to make 2-piece guns because of the paint problem we have today. But yeah, this is a one-piece barrel and body.
Bore?
They're all 6.89 pretty much. This one's large too.
So if we were thinking about the Gecko Blaster without the back body portion on it, it would just be a comp, but instead of only having a cutout on the bottom, it would be a cutout on the bottom and on top, right?
So this one it's basically all it is one bar that cocks the gun from the top. It's actually a really cool I like it a lot, but he wanted to make it square because they wanted to keep the millet sight look on it.
And they were also using the same extrusion they had made.
Yeah,
right?
back then it was about, production. Duckworks wanted to make a gun that shot the long ball, and with a barrel like that, a longer barrel, now they could shoot, across the field with it. They weren't such a close quarters gun like the ducks themselves. So yeah, this is the baby mini.
Cool.